So when we talk of service, devotees often ask this question: what is service attitude? Now, service attitude, when we talk of service attitude, many devotees even don't know that this concept and this term service attitude exists. Devotees do service, and that's very nice. There are so many varieties of service: book distribution, prasadam, service and cooking, and then cleaning, and deity worship, giving lectures, management. There's so many varieties of service in Krishna consciousness. There's no dearth of service in Krishna consciousness, but every service has to be done with service attitude. This is the entire life of Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. He emphasized on service attitude. He said, without service attitude, every service is simply an action, simply mechanical. Bhaktisiddhanta, he said, Srila Prabhupada said once, if you do book distribution and if you don't read my books, it will become mechanical. It will have at large no value because you don't have attitude behind that service. So any service devoid of service attitude becomes mechanical. It becomes like an employee, and in the eyes of Krishna it has no value or minimal value. So the question comes, what is service attitude? Now, service attitude, when we talk of service attitude, it means that when you are doing service, what is your consciousness? That matters. Your consciousness should be of service attitude. That's the whole point. But then question is, what is service attitude? Now, service attitude comprises of three things: proper thinking, proper feeling, and proper willing. Because we said service attitude means the consciousness behind service. Srila Prabhupada often said consciousness is the components of consciousness is thinking, feeling, and willing. Thinking means thoughts, feeling means emotions, and willing means what you want, your intent. So if you have service attitude in service, then this means you should have proper thoughts, proper feeling, and proper feeling. But the question now you might ask, what is proper thoughts? What are we supposed to think? What is proper feelings? What are we supposed to feel? And what is proper willing? What are we supposed to will or intend? This question is answered by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter. 𝗙𝗂𝗍𝗪𝗲 Krishna says, even the greatest of saints, they become pure when they practice yajna, dan, and tapa. Three things. Now, three things correspond to thinking, feeling, and willing. That's the three things. And many acharyas comment on this verse like this. So what are proper thoughts? Proper thoughts are tapa, yajna, dan, tapa, we said. So you go like that. Tapa, Krishna says tapasya. What is tapasya? Tapasya means, from Gaudiya Vaishnava perspective, tapasya means austerities. Austerities means to always remember Krishna, never to forget him. That is real austerities in Gaudiya Vaishnavism, So what is proper thought? Proper thought is always think of Krishna. When you are doing service, then you should be thinking of Krishna. That's the whole point. Just like Yashodama, when she is cooking, she is singing about the pastimes of Krishna. When Brajvasis are doing Govardhan Parikrama, they are singing pastimes of Krishna. So proper thought is thoughts of Krishna and his pastimes, his form, his qualities. That's proper thought. That is tapasya. What is proper feelings? That is dan, charity. Now, from Vaishnava perspective, charity means to give your life to Krishna. That's a feeling. When you're doing service, your feeling should be, my life is meant for the service of Krishna and not for any other thing except service. That's a proper feeling. My life and soul and my body, every atom of my body exists for the service of Krishna. That is proper feeling. And what is proper willing or proper intent? Proper intent is yajna. Yajna means sacrifice. Sacrifice means you are doing service for Krishna. You're sacrificing your ego. That means you're not doing the service for yourself. That is the intent. For pleasing Krishna. That is proper willing or proper intent. So when you have these three components in service, yajna, dan and tap, then that is service attitude. And when with service attitude any service is done, then Krishna accepts and becomes completely satisfied by this service. And that's the meaning of service attitude. Hare Krishna.